Manga-Waido.
My name is Norihiko Toyama. I'm a 33-year-old advertising designer who runs a design company, Office Inukiba. When I first started out on my own, the business was unstable and I was walking a tightrope. One of the people who has supported me in the midst of all that was President Hashimoto. He runs Nekokawa, an advertising agency that's strong in the entertainment field. Toyama! I'd like to ask you to design the pamphlet for this movie. This movie? It's become very popular overseas, hasn't it? And you entrust us to this? I had my eyes on your talent even before you became independent. I believe that you'll make something great. Thank you very much. I'll do my best to meet your expectations. President Hashimoto's a man of deep pockets, and he takes me out not only for business, but also for dinner and drinks. Taking care of this kind of previous relationship with him has led to an increase in new clients, and the company has recently become quite prosperous.
Boss, the documents for tomorrow's meeting are ready.
Oh, I'll check it. Her name is Mikoto Sagawa. At the company, she's my right-hand woman, and in my private life, she's my special and supportive lover. We were both working for different companies, but we got to know each other through work connections and started dating naturally. Now that our business has stabilized, we're thinking of getting married. But I have a meeting with Hashimoto tomorrow.
That's right. I've thought about that too and made sure all the documents are ready.
Yeah, that's a big help. To be honest, I'm a bit nervous about going to Nekokawa right now. That's because... Toyama, can't you do it for a cheaper price? We've known each other since before you became independent, right? Just as a special discount. As I've told you many times, this is the price after a considerable discount. You're so stiff, man. That's why you'll always be half a man. Have you become the kind of person who's forgotten the favor I did when you first became independent? Oh, how sad. If you lose work from us, won't you be in trouble as a subcontractor? President Hashimoto's attitude gradually changed as we got to know each other longer, and he would bring up the days when we were just starting out and ask for something reckless in terms of delivery date and price. Then again, on a later day, I went to Nekokawa for a meeting. Sorry, I kept you waiting. Oh no, could you be Marin?
Norihiko?
Oh, you two know each other? Yeah, we were classmates in high school. Oh, I see. Actually, my daughter was living abroad until recently. This is her first job since being back home. Well then, I'm relieved to hear that. How unlucky can I be? Actually, this Marin confessed to me when I was in high school, and I turned her down. I'm sorry, I'm aiming for art school, and I want to concentrate on my art studies.
Oh, I see. You're trying to embarrass me, aren't you? It is beyond arrogance for an ordinary person like you to reject me.
Marin had been a calm person before, but then she changed her attitude. Later, a rumor spread that I'd made her cry by saying terrible things to her, and thanks to that rumor, I was isolated and had a hard time until graduation. Because of that, I was prepared, but... Well, let's proceed in this direction. Then I'll leave the rest to you. I look forward to working with you. Contrary to my expectations, the meeting ended without incident. Marin behaved very befittingly as a president's daughter, but of course she would. That was more than 10 years ago. I'm embarrassed that I'm the only one stuck in the past, but that thought was short-lived.
I had no idea that you were the president of Inukiba's office, the company that my dad is so close to. How did a man with such rotten eyes who rejected me become the president of a design company?
Her attitude has changed drastically compared to when she's in front of her father? In fact, she's powered up! And I wonder, she probably still holds a grudge. After that day, Marin continued to be like this. These are the two final plans, A and B. It's time for you to decide which one to choose.
Proposal A is too dark and B is not sharp enough. Rejected.
What? No, We narrowed it down to these two last time, though.
Anyway, when I say it's rejected, I mean rejected. Give me another idea.
After that, all I got was a lot of rejections and corrections, and the conversation never progressed at all. In fact, we ended up going back to the very first proposal just before the deadline, and I was flung around all over the place. In all likelihood, this was nothing more than harassment. Come to think of it, President Hashimoto seemed like a good person at first, and then he suddenly changed. He was that sort of parent, and she became that sort of child, huh? By the way, Mikoto and I are living together on the premise of marriage.
Norihiko, dinner is ready.
Thank you. Bon appetit. Her family runs a restaurant, and her cooking skills are unquestionable. Even when I'm having problems, she doesn't ask me unnecessary questions and quietly serves me my favorite dish. Oh, freshly fried croquettes. Yep, they're yummy.
There's plenty to go around, so don't be too greedy.
Sorry. Alright, I'll work hard again tomorrow. Seeing me eat so much, Mikoto would smile at me. And she also contributed a lot to my work. Yes, this is Office Inukiba. Yes, this is Toyama. Really? Thank you very much.
Boss, could the person you were on the phone to be...
Yeah, it's that big project that you introduced to me. We've successfully concluded the contract.
You did it!
Yeah, thanks. It was just as Mikoto and I were sharing our joy when President Hashimoto suddenly showed up unannounced. Excuse me! President? What on earth is going on? Toyama, I have a big favor to ask you! What? After this, the president said something outrageous. But 1 month later, on this day, a reception hosted by Nekokawa was being held, inviting people from the industry. Invited by President Hashimoto, I was there with Mikoto. But the president himself was in the hospital because his wife had fallen ill, and he was unable to attend at short notice. Because of that, it was Marin who was in charge of the event. However, as soon as she met me at the reception desk...
Who the hell do you think you are?
Huh? What's the matter with you?
There's no place for a subcontractor. Please leave.
What did you say? I was about to yell out, but then Mikoto gently tugged at my clothes and stopped me. Oh yeah, Marin can't be too happy about her mother's fall either. I must stay calm.
It seems you make my dad get down on his knees and bow to you. And so hard his forehead swelled up apparently. There's no way I'm going to let a corrupt company like you guys in here.
That's a misunderstanding. He came to our office out of the blue and got down on his knees by himself. And today, we also accepted the invitation the president gave us because of what he did, you know?
Really? So that's why you even dragged in a plain woman with you all the way here? She reeks of the countryside. She's just like how you were in high school. Well, I guess you make a good pair.
I don't care what she says about me, but to say bad things about Mikoto? You've been saying whatever you want, but have you really heard nothing from the boss? Normally, we're the ones who you should be thanking.
I don't know what you did, but it's natural for a subcontractor to serve us, isn't it? You should be grateful for just having a job with us. You ought to know your place.
I see. Understood. In that case, I'd like to end my business relationship with your company. Is that all right then?
Yes, that's fine. There are plenty of other subcontractors about. There is no room in this venue for arrogant subcontractors anyway.
I see. Thank you for everything then. Mikoto, let's go.
Okay.
And so, we were turned away at the door. A few days later, President Hashimoto came to our office like he was about to skip. Toyama! The proposal you came up with was so great, they were very impressed with it. They said to go ahead with it as is. That's what I'm talking about. Today, let's talk about the future. There is no future. Eh? You didn't hear from your daughter about the last get-together?
I'm beautiful today as well. From Dad? Dad, what's wrong?
You! Come here to get down on your knees right now!
What? What are you saying, Senli? I've got a date tonight.
That doesn't matter. Just come to the office right now. Can't you do as I say?
What? Fine.
A short time later, Maureen arrived, having been summoned by the president.
Oh my god, what the hell? I was just about to go on a date with Yuma.
You idiot! You should know your place! The man in front of you is not your classmate, but the president of your business partner!
Dad?
Toyama covered for my mistake, and I went to the trouble of inviting him to the reception, and I was planning to build a good relationship with him for the future, and you ruined it!
What? Cover for my mistake? What's with that?
The story goes back to the day the president suddenly got down on his knees in our office. Actually, it was a design that you submitted to us before, but I made a mistake in checking it, and there were elements left over that the other party had nixed, so if you could you please make a new one? I beg your pardon? It's too much to do right now. Besides, we already have another large project coming in, so we don't have enough staff. That's where I'm hoping you can make an exception. Please! I'm begging like this! I've known you for a long time! It doesn't matter how much you ask of me. I can't just keep helping with this. Then, I'll just have to keep reminding myself until you shake your head up and down! Wait a minute, what are you doing? Please, stop that! I can't do what I just can't do! Please, this is a client I absolutely cannot let go! After that, no matter how many times I refused, the boss would not back down at all. And also, the client was no stranger to me. They must be trouble too. Alright then. In exchange, I will at least double the price, but that's still actually the normal price. That's no problem. I owe you. And so, I worked all night with Mikoto to finish the revised version. The president invited us to the reception to thank us for his recklessness.
No way, that's what happened.
Because of you, they said they won't work with us anymore! What are you gonna do?
Well, because I didn't know. Besides, it's Inukiba who will be troubled for not getting any more work from us, isn't it? There's no need for us to play second fiddle.
The big client I've been trying so hard to connect with likes Toyama's designs! Can you take this father-daughter fight outside? I'm sorry, but Toyama, can you please reconsider your decision to continue business with our company? I will dispose of my daughter as you wish!
Wait, Dad?
President, do you think I can let everything slide just by you disposing Maureen alone? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you're not aware of it. Every word you use suggests that you're the superior and the recipient of the work is the inferior. I cannot continue working with people who look down on me. No, you can't be serious! Besides, we're not the only ones whom you've made suffer. Your company's projects are subject to extremely difficult price negotiations, and there are many one-sided requests to shorten deadlines and make revisions. All the design firms around are reluctant to accept work from you. We owe you a debt of gratitude from when we started out on our own, but I don't think other companies are accepting your work. Are they? That's true.
And what? Are you trying to threaten us? You're a subcontractor, for God's sake.
I'm not intentionally threatening you. I'm just giving you the facts. Besides, I think you have some misconceptions about us, but we have a lot of other clients in addition to you. If I get involved any further, it'll cause trouble for other clients. So I really want to stop doing business with you.
Telling such terrible lies like that? What an ugly sight!
You're the one who's an ugly sight! Eh?
Yuma? What are you doing here?
I called for him. I wanted Yuma to know the truth before he got married.
He's Yuma Komori. He was Marin's fiancé, and apparently a regular at Mikoto's parents' Japanese restaurant. I'm told that he's known Mikoto for a long time, and his parents have been taking him to the Japanese restaurant since he was a child. President Toyama, thank you for your hospitality. Oh no, I'm sorry for calling on you so suddenly.
You know him too, Norihiko?
It was decided that our company's website is getting a makeover. I asked a company I know well to design it for us. Well, it was a hell of a good job, and I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product.
No way.
But I must say, I heard that they received a scattered response at a certain company's reception. But I never thought it would be your office. It's a real shame, President. Even though you were also our business partner. Well, that's... And to think that the person who was actually in charge was my own fiancé. That was a double surprise. Today's gonna be a day of starting things out new, both publicly and privately.
What? You don't mean...
Could you be... As president and as a man, I'm disassociating myself from all of you. Me too. I repeat, we will no longer do business with your company.
No!
Please don't do that! I didn't want the president and his daughter to get down on their knees again, so I kicked them out together with Komori. After that, Marin's behavior at the reception quickly spread throughout the industry. No more designers accepted work from Nekokawa Corporation, which had been reckless to begin with, and even fewer companies placed orders with Nekokawa Corporation too. As a result, the company went bankrupt a few months later. But it didn't end there.
I can't deal with you any longer. Please, let's get divorced.
Wait, please! I can't have that!
I've reached my limit.
Mrs. Hashimoto slammed down the divorce papers and left the house as soon as she recovered. It seemed the president continued to disrespect his subcontractors and family, both at work and at home. In addition, word spread among her friends that Komori had broken off the engagement with Marin.
So, in the end, she got dumped. How lame. After all that bragging she did, it was so annoying.
Apparently, her friends have turned on her, and she's been left all alone. There's no superiority or inferiority between those who ask for work and those who receive it. I should have respected both sides.
I should have respected the people around me more too.
With words of regret in their mouths, both the president and Marin left town. With me, on the other hand, thanks to Komori spreading the good words of our company, Inukiba, it grew even more. And then finally, our wedding day arrived. I'll be counting on you from now on.
Yes, because without me, you're no good. Right, Norihiko?
You're absolutely right. If she's around, everything will be fine from now on. That's how I feel.